Mic malfunction. Puck comes down through center ice. And then over the Devils' blue line, Topner. Up the near wing for Smith, who chips it into the zone. Cinco behind the net, plays it to the far corner. Right back into the near wing. Topner pinching deep. Topner Smith battling in the corner. Bray tries to keep it at the half boards. Renegades chip it down into the Devils' territory. McEwen back to collect it. He'll hit the brakes. Behind his net. Play to the blue line. Shot on target. Ellsworth holds on to that for the whistle. .6:47 to go in the first period. McDonald in for the faceoff. Look at that. Back to Paquette. Sends it around the far wing. Intended for Schleier. Out of his reach. That'll go for icing. Sorry, that was out of Martin's reach, not Schleier. That'll bring the faceoff back in the Devils' zone. McDonald in to take it. Bouncing puck picked up by the Renegades. They'll play to the point. And into the near corner. Harlow up half board. Lead pass for Martin. He'll take it out. In over the Renegades' blue line to the far corner. Martin tries to cut it in front. Had that shot deflected wide. McDonald in the near corner. Gets it back behind the net for Martin. They go front. And McDonald's feet couldn't find it. Renegades clear it to the near corner. Martin dumps it behind the net. Renegades send it out the far wing. Takes a hop off the Freer's stick. Comes out front. Renegades clear it down the ice. Paquette dumps it to center. Renegades pick it up. Bring it right back in the zone. Centering pass. Missed the Renegades forward coming in the zone. Intimate. In deep behind the net. Walks out front. Hits the brakes at the corner. Centering pass. Hits a stick and comes out to the near side. Get high off the glass. Bounces over Martin's stick. Dinneman backs him up at center ice. Marlborough and over the blue line. Gets it to the far corner where Renegades ship it off the glass. Back to McDonald. Spinning. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Marlborough backs up to center ice. Renegades in over the blue line. Shot. Ellsworth's trying to sneak out. That puck was in the net. Devils got away with one there. Renegades go to the penalty box. Missed the call. Well, Devils go to the penalty kill. Renegades win the draw, keep it in deep. Shot. One timer and it's in. .5:07 to go in the first period. McDonald in for the faceoff. Wins that forward. Schleier in over the blue line. Gets knocked off of it. McDonald after there, played along the blue line. Topner's shot was blocked. Renegades bring it out through the middle. And over the Devils' blue line. Shot. Bad save by Ellsworth. Rebound. Picked up by McEwen in the near corner. McEwen gets pinned. He keeps the puck in the corner. McDonald steps in to help. Renegades were trying to call for a penalty there, and McDonald just stood up and knocked his man down. Renegades with the puck behind the net to the far corner. Along the half boards to the blue line. just out. Renegades dump it back in. McEwen back to pick it up. Sends it off the near wing. That'll bounce off the boards and go all the way into the Renegade zone for icing. 4:10 to go in the first period. Clock is running for about 10 seconds there. Donald on the draw. Wins that back clean to Paquette. He'll take it behind the net, send it up the far wing. In over the blue line. Douglas is in just offside. Cinco in for the face-off. By the Renegades, back on their own end. They played up through center. In over the Devils' blue line, down the left side. Shot dumped wide of the net. Marcinko picks it up in the far corner. He's under pressure, gets it behind the net. Played out front by the Renegades. All the way to the blue line. Shot blocked in front by Douglas. He'll pick up the loose puck and skate it down the near wing. In over the blue line, shot. That missed a couple inches wide. Ray picks it up at the blue line, keeps it in. Ray drives it to the far corner. Renegades along the blue boards, skip it up to the half boards. Kept in for a second and poked at, and that'll go out all the way down in the Devil's end. Lead pass for Martin, waiting there at the Renegades blue line. Sends it to the far corner for Parlow. Brings it behind the net, up the near side, loose puck in front. And the goaltender's there to hold on to it. McDonald in for the face-off. Loose puck. Still in the face-off circle. Renegades finally get a piece of it. They'll send that up through center. On the right side and lift it into the Devils' zone. Marlborough off the far boards to the blue line, not out. McDonald to Martin, in over the blue line is Parlow in the near side. He hits the brakes in the corner. Played back to the blue line for Hinneman. He lets a shot go. That was deflected just wide. Renegades cleared to the blue line, kept in by the Devils. Parlow on the near corner. Burns dumps it back in behind the net for Martin on the far side. Martin hits the brakes, gets pinned to the boards. McDonald steps in. Gets the pucks at the half board, walks off. With the stick. McDonald in the middle. Shoveled it towards the net, and Bolton recovered that for the whistle. McDonald couldn't quite get the angle he wanted for that shot. 2 minutes to go in the first period. Renegades in the draw behind their net. To the far side, Barth, all kinds of pressure. Comes up with it, throws it out front. That puck steered wide instead of McDonald's reach. Topner pinching, keeps it in the zone. Renegades the near boards. Topner stops out at center ice. Renegades get a piece of it and lift it into the Devils' territory. Clear to center ice. Renegades throw it back towards the Devils' net. Cleared out to center, intercepted, and they'll bring it right back in the zone. Shot. Ellsworth got a piece of that off the blocker. Puck comes out front. Picked up, lead pass for Barth. Will he get there in time? Not quite. That'll bring the face-off back in the Devils' end. McDonald steps in to take the face-off. One cleanly. Paquette on the near side, off the boards. McDonald at center ice. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Walks in the middle, gets tripped. The Renegades are going to the penalty box. Devils put the power play line out. Martin came to take the face off. .103 to go in the first period. Renegades win the draw behind their net to the far corner. Here to the blue line, held there just by Parlow. He'll get the puck into the near corner. Last minute in the first period. Donald steps in. Schleier gets it behind the net to the far side. Schleier spinning in the near far corner, thrown out front. Doppner with the shot. Somehow the goaltender got a piece of it. Martin in the near corner. Takes it back behind the net to the far side. Martin with pressure, turns, dumps it in, back and behind the Renegades goal. Harlow on the near side, sends it back behind the net. Renegades got a piece of it to the far corner, played back and behind the net. Turn fire to the blue line, that'll hop out over to center ice. McDonald back in the zone. Very delayed offside. 4.7 seconds to go in the first period. Martin in for the faceoff. And it gets tied up. McDonald has that jump over stick and goes back into the Devils' end. That'll do it for the first period. Renegades with a 1-0 lead after the first period. Devils will start the second period on a power play. McDonald steps in to take the face-off. He won that cleanly to Paquette. Paquette sends it off the far wing. Renegades all over that one, chipped it into the Devils' territory, the far corner. Paquette gets pinned. Comes up. Good pass from McDonald. He'll take it down the right side. In over the blue line, kicks it back to his stick, picks it up in the far corner. McDonald behind the net. Centering pass. They're in the mid. Somehow a goaltender made it across to make that save. Fired down the ice on Ellsworth. He'll play it for Paquette. 25 seconds to go on the penalty. Paquette to McDonald down the near wing. Renegades fired that back on the net. Paquette back in the zone. Lead pass. Bart touched it. Get it over the blue line. Renegades flip it back out. Paquette. Lead pass picked up by McDonald in over the blue line. Back to 5-on-5. McDonald out front. Backhand. That was blocked in front. Renegades pick it up off the glass and down the near wing. Paquette turns and fires it down. That'll go for icing. Back to 5-on-5. 8:49 to go in the second period. Ashenko on the draw. On that back to McEwen. He plays it behind the net. To Topner. There on the near wing, Douglas. Back in from McEwen off the side of the net. comes back at him. He had to react quickly. Marcinko out over the blue line, up through center ice. Bouncing puck picked up by the Renegades. Little misplay. Back in the near corner of their own end. Right up the far side to the blue line. Held there by Toppner. Gets it to Marcinko. He dishes it off. Renegades at the far half boards. Douglas intercepts that one. He gets tripped. Renegades got away with one there. Right back in their own zone. Smith has to clear it. Renegades. Right up through center and over the Devils' blue line. McEwen gets it to the blue line and out. Devils dump it back into the Renegades' zone. Up through center. Toppner gets it to the near wing. Renegades at center ice. McDonald gets it to Martin. Harlow's there. Up to McDonald in over the blue line. Renegades strip it off from right there. Back down the far wing. Into the Devils' territory to the far corner. Behind the net. Overskated it and then fell. Renegades with the puck out front. Cleared behind the net. Picked up by McDonald. Lead pass for Martin down the left wing. Martin across. A little too much sauce on that pass. Harlow had to regroup it. Gets it into the corner for McDonald. McDonald kicks it behind the net. McDonald Freer. Harlow spinning at the half board short. Harlow shot hits a stick and goes up over the glass and out of play. .6:43 to go in the second period. McDonald in for the faceoff. One cleanly to Freer. He settles it down. Renegades to the blue line, picked up by McDonald. Shot. Loose puck. Trickles over the goal line and it's in. Devils goal scored by number 21, Braden McDonald. 6:33 to go in the second period. McDonald steps back in to take the face-off. Bouncing puck comes to Paquette. He'll send it off the fireboards for Barth. Intercepted by the Renegades, and they'll send it down for icing. Ray steps in to take the face-off. Renegades centers getting escorted out. Renegades win the draw to the far corner. Plate behind the net. The half boards. Pass it up out of the blue line down the right side of the ice. Inman stops his man just as he enters the zone and clears the puck out. Smith in over the blue line. Gets the puck to the far corner before he gets bumped off it. Smith spinning, picks it up. Gets to Marlborough at the point. He walks across, lets the shot go. Pad save, rebound, kick to the far corner. Renegades turn and fire it down the ice for icing. McDonald in for the face-off. Picked up by the Renegades. They'll throw it off the boards. No icing. They say he touched it. I don't think he did, but Harlow along the far half boards. Brings it back in deep to the corner. Plays behind the net to McEwen. Puck's bouncing all over the place. Back to McEwen in the corner. Far side. Renegades pick it up. the corner. They'll play it back behind the net. McEwen's there, picks it up. Cross ice to the far wing. Harlow stops it at center ice. Renegades chip it past Topner and in over the blue line. Shot tipped wide of the net. Rebound comes all the way to center ice. Renegades down the far side. Ellsworth slows it down behind the net. Arc to Martin. Martin just couldn't hold on to the control of it. The Renegades cleared out to center ice. Intercepted by McEwen to Martin in over the blue line. Martin across. Shot by Harlow. Blocked in front. McDonald picks up the loose puck at center ice. Under pressure. McDonald to Martin waiting on the left wing. His centering pass blocked. Second effort. Comes to the far blue line. Freer's there to keep it in the zone. Harlow has played off the side of the net. Through Paquette's legs and down the ice. Freer back to collect it behind his own net. Hits the brakes. Gives it to McDonald. McDonald, lead pass intended for McDonald through his legs, and that'll go for icing. .358 to go in the second period. McDonald steps in for the faceoff. Bouncing puck, quick shot. Ellsworth steers out wide. Renegades with the puck in the far corner. They'll play it back behind the net. Paquette, he's there to intercept that pass. Cleared up the boards by Schleier. Dumped back in the zone by the Renegades. Freer. Through the middle to the near wing for Schleier. Here cleared down to center ice. Renegades spinning. Puts it back in the Devils' territory. Freer's there. Freer. Foster pass. Center. Dumped back in by the Renegades. Ellsworth out to play it. Freer behind the net. Renegades come up with it. Centering pass. Missed everybody, and that'll go to center ice. Renegades. Lead pass to the Devils' blue line. Not quite in. Second effort dumped in. Paquette. Up through center and over the Renegades' blue line. Shot there. Gloved by the goaltender. Cinco steps in for the faceoff. Wins that to Bray. Bray back to Marlborough with the shot. Tipped in front. Missed just wide. Rebound to the far half boards. Kept in there by Hindeman. Bray to Hindeman at the point. Throws it on net. Shot. Blocked in front. Renegades get the puck on the far half boards. They'll skate it up to center. Good interception by Bray. Marcinko in for the forecheck. Renegades clear to center ice. Bray on his man gets the puck to Marcinko and over the blue line. Marcinko in the far corner takes it behind to the near side. Centering pass. Bray couldn't get the backhand. Renegades clear that puck out of their zone through center ice. Back in the Devils' territory. Shot from a steep angle. Ellsworth makes the save. Devils lift that up through center ice, just behind Bray. And the Renegades pick it up. Renegades through center. Back in the Devils' zone. Shot. Blocker saved by Ellsworth. Rebound goes behind the net. Hindeman. Puts that to the half boards. Renegades are still there. Keep it in. Bray off the boards for Smith. Tries to shovel it back in the corner for Hindeman. Hindeman picks up the loose puck, skates it up out of the zone, gets center ice and dumps it in to the Renegades territory. That'll go to the far corner. Harlow on his man. Takes him out, lost his glove. Centering pass. McDonald settles the puck down, tries to regroup it. McEwen with the shot. Rebound sitting there. Devils can't get it in. Renegades clear the puck down to center ice. McEwen back to Topner. Topner with a long lead pass. Missed everybody and will go for icing. 1:07 to go in the second period. McDonald in for the face-off. One clean lead. Run fired around the near boards. Stopped just outside the Devils zone by the Renegades, and they'll dump it in. Hindemith. Long lead pass for Martin at the blue line. Martin in the middle zone gets taken out. Penalty shot. Devils with the penalty shot. Martin gets ready to take it. 50 seconds to go in the second period. Renegades coaches are having a discussion with the referees. Martin picks it up, getting over the blue line. It's a slow shot. McDonald in for the faceoff. One cleanly to Schleier. He gets tied up. McDonald picks up the loose puck behind the net, tries to get it to the far corner, intercepted by the Renegades. Oh, Schleier bumps his man a little too aggressively in the corner, and he's going to the box. Devils penalty, number 18, Quinn Schleier. 2 minutes for body contact. 39.5 seconds to go in the period. McDonald in for the faceoff. He gets that to the near corner. McDonald fired it around the board. Centering pass. Just out of the reach of bars. Couldn't quite connect. Well, did a good job leading McDonald on that breakout pass. Renegades up to their blue line. Down the near side. Barth pressuring. Renegades fired into the zone. Ellsworth just stopped behind his net, cleared the blue line, but not out. Devils get the puck to the near corner. Renegades still with possession at the half boards. Centers it, shot, passed across, sorry. That pass missed everybody, and that will do it for the second period. All right, here we go, start the third period. Devils a man down for 1:20 or less. McDonald in for the faceoff. Has it tied up in his feet, gets a piece of it, turns, fires it just over the blue line of the Renegade zone. Renegades back to pick it up. A little skated there over the blue line down the right wing. In over the Devils zone to the middle shot. Ellsworth makes that save and holds it for the whistle. McDonald back in for the faceoff. And cleanly Topner plays it to the far side. Dumped down by Paquette. That'll go all the way into the Renegades zone. Martin pressuring. Renegades played behind their net to the near side. Devils back up to center ice as the Renegades clear the zone. They circle back in. Martin on the forecheck. Applying pressure. Renegades up to the near wing. Paquette does a good job, gets it to center ice. Renegades dump it back towards the Devils' blue line. McDonald works past three Renegades forecheckers in over the blue line, kicks it to a skate. Made the shot, the rebound was there, but it was a little too deep. McDonald gets tied up at the blue line. Topner's clearing attempt, hits a stick and comes to the near wing. Paquette does a good job, gets it down the ice. That'll do it for the Devils penalty, back to 5-on-5. Renegades up through center and over the Devils blue line. Overskate it. Hinneman in the far corner to Martin. Back to Hinneman. Up the near wing for Schleier. He'll pick that up at center ice. Schleier in over the blue line, dropped it for Paquette. Paquette with a shot, he scores! Devils goal scored by number 44, Alexander Paquette. The assist by number 18, Quinn Schleier. 13-11 to go in the third period. McDonald in for the faceoff by the Renegades. Look at the red line and chip it into the far corner of the Devils' territory. Marlborough back to pick it up. He sends it to the near corner for Hinneman. Backhand to the blue line, not out. Going back in deep behind the Devils' goal. Hinneman off the glass to the blue line, but not out. McDonald couldn't clear it out. Renegades with possession in the far corner. Centering pass. That was off McDonald's gloves to settle us down just in time for the Renegades. They'll get a shot from the point. Ellsworth there to make the save. Marcinko in for the faceoff. Renegades win it. Kick to the blue line. Douglas has that in his feet. Marcinko picks up the loose puck. Gets it in over the blue line. Just Douglas. Burns fires it in. Kept it in the zone. Gray in deep. Renegades play it to the far side. Marlborough's there. Behind the net. Takes it to the near corner. Pick handles his way through some Renegades players. He'll chip it off of him. Get it to the blue line and out through down the left wing. Gray bumps his man. Douglas picks up the loose puck behind his net. Douglas under pressure. Gets the pass off to Bray in over the blue line. Bray walks to the far corner, spinning at the half boards. Sends it back in deep. That comes off the side of the net out front. Douglas was tied up. Renegades had a piece of it. Schleier stops at the blue line. Marcinko picks it up. Sorry, that's Freer. Freer kept it in at the far half boards. Gets it to the corner. Renegades. Turn play to the blue line. Marcinko has that take a funny hop off his stick and come out to the Renegades. We'll bring it down in over the Devils' blue line, but Paquette's there. Change directions. Drop pass intended off a skate. Back to Paquette in the near corner. Martin steps in. Kicks it in a little deeper behind the net. Back to Martin in the corner. He hits the brakes. Just overskated it, and the Renegades come up the near half boards. Played to the blue line, not out. Paquette Backhanded that to Parlow. He'll bring it into the far corner. Parlow chips it behind the net to the near side while the rest of the Devils change. Parlow does a good job keeping it deep. Renegades finally get a piece of it, and they'll turn fire it down the ice for icing. 10:38 to go in this third period. McDonald in for the faceoff. Scrum draw. Martin just overskated. The Renegades pick it up, chip it off the boards past Topner. Down into the Devils' territory. McEwen back to pick it up. Turning, fire it up the near wing. McDonald picks that up, clears the zone. McDonald through center, through traffic and over the blue line. Centering pass. And the goaltender covered that one for the whistle. McDonald in for the faceoff. To the near boards. Renegades chip it down the ice. You know, the Devils' territory. Marlborough's there to clear it out. The Renegades bring it right back in. Shot. Ellsworth with the save. He'll hold that one for the whistle. 10 minutes to go in this third period. On the face-off. Renegades win it back to the blue line. That one offside. Hinneman. Lead pass. Stick. Comes to Barth, who chips it into the far corner. He'll skate around the Renegades. Picks it up as a dump in. Off the stick to the blue line. Not out. Second effort is. McDonald brought it out. McDonald brings it back in over the left wing to the far corner. It's Briggs. Gets stood up. Where's the call? Guess not. Renegades. They're down the left wing. McDonald takes a little bit of retribution for the bump. Takes out his man. Hinneman behind the net. Plays it to the near corner. Renegades centering pass. Beyond everybody. Picked up by Schleier. He'll take it down the left wing. In over the blue line. Schleier behind the net to the near side. Wraparound attempt. He'll pick it up himself. Centering attempt off the goaltender's stick. Picked up by the Renegades. Great stick by Hinneman. Smith picks it up and brings it right back in the zone. Smith across to Schleier, who gets bumped. Back to Smith. Hinneman with a shot. Off the glove. Goes behind the net. Out front. Schleier, he gets a shot go. And the Renegades goaltender pulls that one for the whistle. Devils looking for that safety goal. Marlborough in for the face-off. One clean to the blue line. Held there by McEwen. He gets it to the far corner. Renegades overskate it. And they're sending Marcinko to the box. 2 minutes for contact. And I hit somebody from with his back, but whatever. Devils back to the penalty kill. 8:36 to go in the third period. Douglas on the draw, won by the Renegades to the blue line. They'll walk across the slot past the near wing. Shot from a steep angle. Had to hit a body and deflects to the far wing. Douglas trying to slide to get it. Clear to the blue line, again not out. Douglas lost a stick, loose puck. Douglas finally gets it out. At the blue line, Renegades play back to center ice. This cue, Smith almost jumped on that one, was off. Renegades backing over the Devils' blue line to the near corner. Paquette drags it there, holds it along the boards, killing some clock. Good kill by Devils here. Barlow playing from a distance, gets a piece of it, turns and fires it down the ice. Good job by Smith to kill off a good chunk of that penalty. Timekeeper doesn't have it up on the board, so I'm not sure what's left of it. Renegades down the far wing and over the Devils' blue line. Turn, will drop that to the half boards. Pressured by McDonald, he'll lift it out over the blue line. Good interference. McDonald still has it, chips it into the zone. Picks up the bouncing puck. Drop there for Parlow with a shot, he scores! Devils goal scored by number 23, Tyus Parlow, shorthanded. Assisted by number 11, Owen McDonald. Donald in for the face-off, won by the Renegades to the near wing. Marlborough's there to play it up along the boards. Carlo chips it in over the blue line. Still has it. Gets bumped off the puck. I guess they won't call that one. Must have fallen by himself. McDonald's going to the box. .6:56 to go in the third period. Devils trying to kill off a 5-on-3. Martin in on the face-off. One there. Cleared to near half boards. Renegades at the blue line. We'll cycle it around the zone. Top from the slot, tipped in front. Ellsworth makes the save and falls back on it for the whistle. Martin back in for the face-off. Over the corner. Marlborough turns and fires it down. Marchenko's out of the box. 5-on-4. A minute and a half. Renegades up the left side. To the corner, out front. Shot! Ellsworth there to make the save. Rebound. Picked up by McDonald. Here, clear the zone. Renegades turn, fire it back in just behind the net. Intimate. Hard off the glass. That'll go all the way down. Martin in on the forecheck trying to pick it up. The Devil or Renegades goaltender plays it up to center ice. Renegades pushed out of the blue line by McDonald. They'll dump it back in the zone. Topner to Intimate. He'll send it off the boards back into the Renegade zone. 50 seconds to go in the Renegades power play. Topner dumps it back down the ice. Renegades right to the far side. Pass it around the near wing. Up to center. Play behind Topner. He's there to hold along the boards. Renegades come up with it. Going out front, Schleier. He picks up the loose puck. Shakes off a bit of a slash. Through center ice and over the blue line. Shot. Deflected wide to the near corner. 15 seconds to go on the Devils penalty. Renegades down the right side and over the blue line. Centering attempt off of McEwen's skate. Renegades. Step through one shot. Missed wide of the net. Rebound comes safely to the near wing. And deep. McEwen off the boards to the blue line but not out. Back to 5-on-5. Renegades with the puck deep in the Devils zone. Centering pass. McDonald picks up the loose puck and he'll skate it down the left wing. Across the blue line, in alone. McDonald to Martin, back in to Barth on his backhand, couldn't connect. Barth plays it to the point. Freer dumps it right back in the zone. Barth at the half boards. Centers it for Bray. He run out of room. Comes to Freer at the blue line. He'll send that to the half boards. We're chasing it into the corner. Puck's out along the far boards. Finally comes out. Centering across. Bray with the shot. Missed about 6 feet wide. Center for Bray. Just run out of the room. The Renegades. Down the left side. In over the Devils' blue line. Barth takes it behind the net. On the far side. Past everybody for icing. 3:46 to go in the third period. Bray in for the faceoff. He gets that to Marlborough. Marlborough behind the net, up the near wing. Gets the puck to center ice before he gets run off of it. Renegades pick it up at center. Good stick by Hinneman. Keep it out of the zone. Hinneman steps around one, gets to the blue line, but not out. Marlborough's there, off the far wing, up to center ice. Renegades. Pass up through the middle. They'll take it in over, not quite over the Devils' blue line. Lift it high off on target. Ellsworth's there to play it for Marlborough. Long lead pass intended for Bray, picked off before it got there. Smith gets hit. I guess there's no call on that one. Renegades, centering pass, intercepted. Hinneman turns, fires that down the ice for icing. 2:54 to go in the third period. McDonald in for the faceoff. That's in their feet. Parlow tried to reach for it. Loose puck picked up by Parlow. He'll clear the zone. Parlow backhands that one to the Renegades' blue line. They'll turn, fire it back to the Devils' blue line. Topner there, picks it up, gets the zone. The Renegades clear it out. McEwen turns and fires it deep into the Renegade zone. They'll play it across to the near side. Up the center, tips. That'll bounce down for icing. McDonald steps in to take the faceoff. Run by the Renegades. They'll play it behind their net. To the far wing. Held there by the Devils. Shot on target. Steered wide to the near corner. Parlow. Tries to shovel it behind the net. Picked off by the Renegades. Lead pass goes through center ice. McEwen back to pick it up. No icing. McEwen to Parlow. Waiting at center ice. Parlow didn't take that clean. Turns, fires it off of McDonald's stick. That goes right to the Renegades winger. Then over the blue line. Tries to split the D. Paquette steers him to the outside. Loose puck cleared to the far wing. Minute and a half to go in the period. Shot blocked in front. Settles down in the far corner. Paquette and Freer battling in the corner. Freer comes up with it. Lead pass from McDonald. He'll clear the zone. We're hitting Martin at the Renegades blue line. Loose puck for Schleier. Shot. Renegades goaltender shut the door. Schleier plays it out front. McDonald centering pass. Bounces over Martin's stick. And the Renegades pick it up. Renegades up to center ice. Schleier drags it back in over the blue line. Gets it on his forehand. Shoots. He scores. With 1 minute to go in the third period. Devils goal scored by number 18, Quinn Schleier. 58 seconds to go in the third period. Donald in for the faceoff. One forward, chips it in over the blue line. Renegades pick it up back behind their net. They'll play it up to the blue line out. Down the left wing, over the Devils' blue line, chipped it around Hindeman. He slows his man up. Marlborough picks it up, plays it back to the near corner for Hindeman. Hindeman, long lead pass off the Renegades' skate. Schleier was waiting there for it. Drives his man to the near corner. 30 seconds to go in the period. McDonald to Schleier. Schleier out front. And the Devils are going to the box. Renegades on target. Shot. Ellsworth makes the save. And Devils penalty, number 21, Braden McDonald. I think it's 2 minutes for slashing. Marcinko in for the faceoff. Picked up by the Renegades. They'll play to the blue line and out. Dump it back in. Braze there off the near wing. Marcinko takes it behind the net to the far corner and plays it up the far wing. Kill the clock. And the Devils win. Final score.